do you think it was a good idea for her to do what she did so he could see what he was getting into, and for her to be like, I don't want to put up a front and pretend that I am this chick when I know that I'm not? Because that's what a lot of men say, that women, when they're dating or they meet them, they're doing all of these things that are not naturally who they are, what they do, and then after they get in a relationship, they flip the script.
She could tell him and not let him see it. He didn't have to walk into it.
So
This is not my norm. My house is usually not clean like this. I did this for you. I'm not letting no man walk into my dirty house.
well, I wouldn't, but I'm saying in this regard, she showed him who she truly is. So if he chose to be with her, he knew exactly what he was getting. So in that
Well, he didn't
regard,
know exactly that. He kind of probably had an idea, but I don't think he knew he was gonna come back, and she was gonna be in the bed sleeping, didn't wash the dishes, because I think he thought if he had a good woman, that's what she gonna be doing anyway. So like, I don't think he knew that she was gonna be that way. Just to say, I'm good. He saw it and made a decision immediately.
Well, I think they both dodged bullets because he realized what didn't work for him, and he walked away from her, so now she can move on and find something that works
And
for
a
her.
lot of times she kept saying, "Well, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me that." Girl, bye. Yeah, if I got to tell you to do something like that, so she was already blaming him. Basically, if you want me to do that, you should have said something. Yeah, you a brick wall.
Well, sometimes some people need to be told.
and what's common, like what you were saying, common, because there are plenty of things, I'm gonna be honest, that I had to communicate to my husband about things that I needed or expected that I didn't know. I was moving a certain way, and I had no idea that like something might bother him. In a situation like that, he is gonna have to inform me because I wouldn't know, and vice versa. There were things that he was doing. I'm like, that bothers me, you know, and he wouldn't know that unless I communicated that. But I do think there were just some basic foundational skills that both of us came with that we just knew better. So it wasn't, I'm trying to work with him from the ground up and he's trying to work with me. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I guess, basic skills that we were raised. You know, like when we met, I'm gonna be honest, he was much neater than I was. But then it kind of flip-flopped. The older he gets, never mind. The worse it's getting. But like when we first met, he would get up because I would go to work before he did, and he would always have the bed made, and he would pick up before he left to go to work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do that. I'll wait till Saturday to get everything done and get the house clean. So so I mean we both cleaned. The house was neat, but for the most part he was on top of it more so than I was. But it was still, no, we both knew we ain't want to live in a nasty house, so we needed to be clean, you know. But I think that's the thing, when you're looking at a situation, you're coming in, you're vetting, you're doing those things. Those are the things that you should be looking for. Just, are they able to meet just basic expectations that I think everybody should have, depending on who's doing the judging. If they don't, then I think that's the red flag right there. It don't have to be flaming, but it's enough to know, to ask yourself, they don't have these skills. Am I willing to deal with this for the rest of my life the way they are now if no changes are ever made? And I think a lot of times I think men and women both do this, that we think that we can influence the other person enough that we'll be okay with it later on. And so we stick or get into a relationship only to come back to square one 2 years later, like, damn, I should have never should have got with him, or never should have got with her. But all of the signs was there from the very beginning, but we, you know, was infatuated with the person, or, you know what I'm saying, just attracted, the physical attraction, or yeah, we vibe real good, but that basic foundation that's gonna make a relationship work just truly wasn't wasn't there. And you get tired of trying to teach somebody something.
But the thing about it, I mean, you would think if you're going to invite somebody over to your home, that you would at least straighten up. Yeah, at least. Nobody should have to tell somebody, because now you invite everybody. Now, and you knew his parents coming. Like he said, they've been driving for 8 hours. So you had over 8 hours to find a way to get that house clean. Whether you hire some cleaning service, the day before or something.
No, this was just her apartment. I don't think this was just her apartment that he came to visit, and the house was jacked up. I don't think it was his place that the parents came to. It was just when he went to visit. I mean, either way, the house.
Yeah, that's how she lived. That's how she lived, and that's how she gonna be.
You can't have somebody at your house and just be nasty like that. I mean, I don't know what type of first impression are you trying to make? Are you trying to scare the man away? Are you trying to scare the person away, whoever that is? Because that's what it sounds like. You trying to scare the individual away. You already let them know, hey, I ain't serious about the relationship because look at my dirty house. I didn't even clean it up just for you to come over and visit me. Yeah, that everything about what she was doing was, to me, in my opinion, was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
I feel like when you know better, you do better. I really don't think she knows any better. As far as that mess that she let him walk into.
She don't seem like the type to be receptive to the feedback that somebody give her. He would have probably told her, and what about your house? Well, I would have. See, can't even tell you. If I can't tell you about this small stuff, I know I can't tell you about your house. You really gonna take that person. Like, it's like, how can I even help you with the house if you're not even receptive to feedback?
He even said something about, I tried to cuddle with you in that little bed. So he just didn't like that girl. That's what that was. Once he saw the real side.
Yeah, she gotta have like a twin size or something.
Twin size bed? What she got?
He seemed upset that he gave full size bed.
He seemed upset that he gave her a chance in the first place. Like, I should have never did this.
A full list like twin.
And then the room probably seemed even smaller because she had shoe boxes and things all over the place, clothes on the bed.
And she's a full figure woman too, so it ain't like she's a small woman. So
and she's a grown woman, not a little girl. So
yeah, that's two people laying on the twin size bed. That's a hard ask.
He was just turned off. He was turned off, and he found every little reason to let it go.
Yeah, I was paying attention particularly to the dialogue of communication too. Mm-hmm. I was just noticing how it wasn't great communication. A lot of cutting off and not listening. And I think that's important if you're really trying to grasp an understanding of what that person may be feeling, especially when they're at that fed up moment. You know, sometimes we're listening to respond and we're getting defensive as far as trying to answer every single thing. Sometimes you got to take a moment to reflect before you even speak and even consider if some of those things are true or not. Either way, man, if you haven't checked it out, take a look at it. I know I'm going to go back and review it and see what's going on with it. I want to thank the panel tonight. We'll go ahead and get up out of here.
Hey, before we head out, what was their couple name?
Tim and Alex.